Well, we start out in Turkey, we end up in France. Let's just dive in and see what I mean. Now, this one, I am not even going to pretend how to pronounce this. It is a 5221 DPOP, and I apologize. Niestandardowa? I have no idea. However, the creator at least, who put it on the page, tested this out with Fenerbahce, got a perfect season, it looked like. Had some issues in the championship towards the end in the quarterfinals, but won the Turkish League, won the Turkish Cup, so did a fantastic job, and then moved on to RC Lens in France and got second place. So apparently, I'm assuming he took control of every single match, no holidays or anything, and did a phenomenal job with both teams. Now, we are doing a holiday save, however, so we're going to see how that differs here. But our holiday save is with Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So with all that said, let's just dive into the Premier League and see what happened. Well, taking a look at the Premier League, unfortunately, not doing all that well. I mean, Liverpool do come in third place, but that's kind of where they expected anyway at the start of FM24. 77 points is low for them. 63 goals definitely is as well. Aston Villa in 10th with 52 points. Ouch. Liverpool's domestic cup run. Carabao Cup 4th round, 0-3 loss to Leicester. FA Cup 5th round, 0-1 loss to Tottenham. And then, unfortunately, out against AS Roma in the Europa League quarterfinals. So yeah, sure, you've got Champions League next season, but all in all, this was not the greatest of seasons for you. Squad-wise, they have a lot less green than what we usually expect to see. 17 goals for Gakpo, Salah with 16, 13 for McAllister, 14 assists for Trent, Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai both with 10 apiece, and then average rating, Trent gets a 717. That's kind of low. But switching things over to Aston Villa's domestic cup run, they do beat Ipswich Town along the way in the Carabao Cup, 4th round 2-0. They get to the semifinals and lose out to Man City. However, they get to the FA Cup quarterfinals and, well, lose out to Man City yet again, 0-2. And they can only get as far as the Europa Conference League quarterfinals against West Ham. So yeah, sure, you got to the quarters of the Europa League and FA Cup and semifinals of the Carabao Cup, but you're still not coming home with a trophy. Definitely a redo season. And squad, yeah, 4 in the green. That's more than I expected, I guess. 18 goals for Zaniolo, 11 for Ramsey, assists 11 for Matty Cash, and Digne gets 10. And then average rating, Martinez gets up there with a 706. That kind of says a lot. Data Hub, yeah, the attacking side just is not there for Liverpool. I mean, you got some shots per game and non-penalty expected goals per 90, but not really what we used. I mean, the goals are just so far down. Defensively, they're covering a lot of bases, and it looks pretty nice at least. Some pieces are missing, but overall, not bad. 0.5 conceded, 0.65 XG against. That's why they came in third, but 1.66 goals per game hurts. Yeah, and Aston Villa don't have much to them. I mean, they've got the shutouts, but 1.32 goals per game under the league average. 1.26 conceded, 1.23 XG against is about on their average. Well, Premier League stats, we're back to this screen. Third place, Liverpool gets 2.03 points per game. Aston Villa in 10th with 1.37. But on to the main crux of the Premier League stats. Liverpool, the only one in the list with 63 goals, the most goals of the league. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in second with 223. Villa with 345. Most possession, Liverpool making the list with 52%. Most dribbles made, Villa get up there with 681. Liverpool with 656. Most tackles won, Aston Villa are with 854. Best pass completion, 89% for both. And most shots for, Liverpool with 541, Aston Villa with 458. But let's dive into the championship and see what Ipswich Town could fare. Well, I mean, they got first place and by a good margin. What is that, 15 points or thereabouts? 85 goals is definitely low for them, though. Domestic Cups for Ipswich Town, we already saw them out in the Carabao Cup 4th round to Aston Villa. They do get to the FA Cup 4th round in a replay, losing out to West Ham 1-0. So yeah, Domestic Cups, whatever. It's the championship is where we're happy. Squad-wise, I don't think we're going to get too much out of the unexpected here. Goals, you get 17 for Hurst, 10 for Harness, assist 22 for Leif Davis. Average rating, you get Leif Davis with a 739. It's pretty good for him. Championship stats, Ipswich in first with 2.37 points per game. Most goals in third, though, with 85, definitely low. Few shots against in first, though, with 275. Most possession, 53%. Most dribbles made in fourth with 796. Best pass completion with 89%, just like the other two. And most shots for in third with 592. But let's dive into the tactic a little bit more in depth. Sweeper keeper and support is where we start. Ball playing defenders on both sides of the three-man defense, and then a central defender in defend in the center. Complete wingbacks in support on both sides. Seguda Volante sandwich in the middle in support. Advanced playmaker in attack next to a shadow striker in attack with a target forward in attack up front. Balanced mentality, in possession attacking with is fairly wide. Approach play is pass into space. Play out of defense. Passing directness is standard. Tempo is higher. Mixed crosses. In transition, counter-press, counter, distribute to the center backs and take short kicks. And out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a standard defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, and get stuck in. But now overall, how did it do for our three teams? Well, Ipswich Town, the only one really faring kind of well in this. First place by about 15 points is phenomenal. So kudos to them for that. Unfortunately, this is where we also see the issue. 85 goals is definitely low for a team like Ipswich in the championship. When we look at Liverpool, when we look at Aston Villa, they don't have the attacking side that they usually do. And that's kind of a problem. If you've got the defensive pieces, great. This might be a great one for, like a Nottingham Forest, a Crystal Palace in FM24. Don't get me wrong. Nottingham Forest did an amazing job in the Premier League this season. But teams in the lower half of the table might need that defensive shoring up that this tactic might give you. But the attacking side is where the problems really kind of lie. If you got the players, if you got the tweaks during a match that you can kind of shout them on and get them to scoring more goals, fantastic. Definitely try it out. Unfortunately, in a holiday season, it doesn't look like it's going to work all that well. At least for us, it didn't work all that well. If you tried it, let us know in the comments below and how it worked for you. But here it was kind of on the attacking side. But that's it for me, Sevian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.